Hi there, Andrew Kalita from On Demand HR here. Today we're going to be discussing what is no doubt one of the hot HR topics of 2023, and that is international migration and working visas. And to help us unpack this, we're joined by Melanie Macfarlane, who founded Migration back in 2007, and today has a staff of over 100 people assisting in the process as a registered migration agent. So really looking forward to digging into her perspective, experience, and thoughts on migration as it relates to Australian businesses for 2023 and beyond. Do you find more, potential migrants are approaching you? Or do you find that more businesses are approaching you and you're connecting them with migrants that have already have a relationship with your business in the past? Which one's leading the way?
Yeah, that's a really good question, actually, because we also have been working with a bit of recruitment as well, and as well as immigration. But one of the things that we started off with, because of the international students connection, we've worked for many years with many RTOs and education providers for international students. And as a consequence of that, and running seminars in those colleges and so on, a lot of students have come to us over the years. And initially they were working with some of those companies. And so we started working with the companies because then they wanted to sponsor those students. And so that was the way it first started. But it's kind of now turned, I'd say it's even more employers that we work with these days who come to us and approach us because they recognize our skill set in that area. They've been recommended by another company. And with a lot of our corporate clients, we constantly service their needs for immigration. It's not just a one-off, because there are some companies, for example, in hospitality, that need a regular amount of sponsorship work done for them. Of course, they employ plenty of Australians too, but there just simply aren't enough in Australia. Our population is not big enough, I think.
You spoke about the shift to maybe a little bit more employers approaching. Do you think that that's a reflection of the recruitment market in Australia, that, this transition that we've had to record low unemployment throughout, the COVID period? Do you feel that sort of change in more employers reaching out to your business is reflective of that?
Yes, that's a really good point, Andrew, because obviously with COVID, with border closure, I think for a start, there's been some recognition actually of the importance of immigration during this time. I mean, for many of us in the industry, it was always known because we saw the numbers, we saw the economy growing for 26 consecutive years. Throughout that time, there was a lot of immigration, no coincidence. And then suddenly you've got border closure, and then suddenly there's a skill shortage, and 500,000 people leave in those 2 years, and there's about 500,000 job vacancies. So I don't think there's any coincidence there. And so I think employers have really fully woken up to, as the government, woken up to the fact that immigration is absolutely paramount, and perhaps more employers are prepared to consider sponsorship as an option because they simply can't source people locally. And so definitely, I think that has been one of the factors for more employers coming to us.